Hey, y'all, how's the market?
Welcome to the RE Real Estate Podcast, where we discuss buying and selling real estate in black and white. Here are your hosts, Ben Harang and Clint Galliano.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the RE Real Estate Podcast. My name is Ben Harang. With me is my co-host, Clint Galliano. Clint, good afternoon. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing wonderful, Ben. We here sitting here in the afternoon, our usual Wednesday recording, and we're covering July market update on this episode.
And we have talked a lot about the state of the market and the good, the bad, and the ugly. And at the end of the day, it looks like the market has ticked up a little bit. We're gonna go through the numbers and see where we are and why we always feel like it's a good time to buy real estate. So we have the Value Board of Realtors, and Clint just threw on the screen for those watching video. We compare July of 2024 to 2025 with a percentage change, and then January through July of 2024 and January through July of 2025 as a comparison, just to see how the market has changed. And it's not an absolute or exact science, but it gives you a pretty good idea. The new listings are up. The pending sales are up significantly. In July, they up 32%. Year over year is almost 9%. Closed sales are up almost 29% in July, and 4.5% in year to date. So the summertime is heating up. Days on the market have gone down for July, where they went up a little bit from 90 to 102 days year to date through July. The median sales price has gone down from 217,000 to 199,000 for July. But for the year, it's gone from 213 to 210. So it's pretty stable year over year. The average sales price, which I really don't like, stayed the same at 230 for the month of July. And it went from 225 to 230 year over year from January to July of 2024 versus 2025. So the percent of list price received is about somewhere in the 95, 96%. That's less than a 1% change. So that stayed the same. The inventory of houses went from 859 in July to 903. So the inventory is going up. And a month's supply of inventory went from 7.7 months to 7.6 months from 2024 to 2025. So that is pretty constant board wide. And we have some pockets that are better than that and worse than that. So I think we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Why don't you take the next part, Clint?
All right, so just looking at comparison of new listings from 24 to 25. July, we're up year over year. Like Ben said, 1%. This is just visual representation. Sorry for y'all just listening on audio. New listings in 24 was 185. New listings in 25 was 187. And then year to date, we're up 5.3%. So new listings in 24 year to date for July were 1,333, and in 2025 for July, we're at year to date 1,404 new listings. Closed sales, like Ben said, we had a significant jump. In 24, we closed 114 by July, and for 2025, we're at almost 150 at 147. And year to date, a little bit closer at 808 closed sales year to date in 24 by July, and by July of 25, we had 845. And the other chart shown here is just a rolling 12-month calculation for median sales price, and it's comparing the entire state to the Bayou Board of Realtors. And it's a very similar track, whereas the same general progression. We've got similar peaks and valleys. We may have had a couple of valleys where the state kind of held the same, but more or less over the last couple of years, we've followed a similar progression.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
let's talk about some differences in the markets. And I'm gonna take Thibodaux, Clinton. You can take Houma.
All right. Let me get that up.
The months of inventory is really significant between board wide, which include Lafourche, Terrebonne, and St. Mary parishes, and Assumption at 7.6. The Thibodaux market is at 3.8 months of inventory, which is firmly in a seller's market. The median days in a system is 15 days. It reminds me of what happened after Katrina. Stuff we got down to 25 listings around here. Median price sold is at $240,000, which is up 2%. So the median estimated value is $247,000. We listed 43 properties. Median price per square foot is $149 per square foot for a total volume of just under $3.5 million, with a median living area of 13.5 million. I'm sorry. A little under 1,700 square feet of living area is the median square footage. So the active listings, we have 146 active, 84 days on the market at $150 a square foot, a little over. We're selling at $149. We're listing at $150, so we're close, for a total volume of $49.1 million. A couple of bigger houses on the market at 1,844 square feet living for the total market. Pending sales, the median list price is $266,000, 52 days on the market. The median dollar per square foot is $151, and the total volume is almost $13.5 million. And the pending listings, median price is $282,000. There's 62 pendings with 12 median days on the market of 12 at $153 a square foot for just under $19.5 million, which is crazy in my mind. It looks like, well, you can see the chart. We're topping out in July of 25, more than we've been since over the last 5 years. Closed listings in July, we closed 46 for $240,000 of the median sold price. Sold to list price is 95.29%. 15 days on the market, $150 a square foot for a total volume of $12.7 million. And I think that there's a 3.83 months of inventory. It went down 13%, and the lower that inventory goes, the more we're in a seller's market. And there's a monthly change of 27% that it went down. So we're trending towards a solid seller's market in and around the Thibodaux area, and it's basically 70301 zip code. So hopefully I didn't go through that too fast, Clint, and I'm gonna let you take Houma.
All right.
I ask you to take Houma.
All right. So by comparison, Homa's got 7.63 months of inventory. So that's trending down. Last time we looked at this, we were squarely in over 8 months of inventory. So that could be a number of factors. There are properties selling, but there are less people listing. So that reduces the inventory of properties for sale. But we're still squarely in a buyer's market. Sold to list is just under 96%. That's not a real big change. It's less than 1% change over month. So that's holding fairly steady. Median days on the market is 39. That's up 30% over last month. And the median sold price is $189,000, and that's down just under 15%. Estimated property values is $218,000. That's up a little bit over 0.5%. Year over year, that's down about 0.5%. So that's fairly steady. New listings. 72 new listings. Median list price is $197,000. That's up a little. The number of new listings is down almost 20% month over month. Median price per square foot is $142, and that's up almost 12% month over month. And the volume is just under $20 million. And that is down a little bit over 17% month over month. Median square footage for living area is 1620. That's about 1% up month over month. Then moving on to active listings. So that's total listings on the market. The median list price, $225, almost $226,000. That's up 5%, a little bit over 5%. There are 366 properties on the market. And so there's the tail of the tape there. So we had less new listings. And so we're down a little bit over, a little under 3.5% for total listings, active listings at 366 properties for sale. Median days is 114 days on the market, and that's up just under a hair under 13%. Price is $132 per square foot. Price per square foot, that is. And that's up a little over 3%. And total volume listed on the market is 115 million and some change. And that's about 0.5% change month over month. Overall median living area is a little over 1,800 square feet. And that's about a little over 0.5% change there also. New pending listings. So these are newly under contract in the month of July. The median list price is $176,000, almost $177,000. That's down almost 24%. There were 56 properties put under contract, and that's down almost 3.5%. Median days is 73 days for that to happen, and that's up 121%. That's a lot. That's more than doubled. Median price per square foot is 118. That's dropped a little over 10% month over month. And the total volume under contract for Houma is a little bit over $11.5 million, and that's a 24% drop. Living area, median living area is 1727, and that's almost a 0.5% drop month over month.
Right. And just to add, Clint, we had 72 new listings in July, and we had 56 of them going to contract in July, 56 properties going to contract. So that's 16 properties that are added to the inventory when we talk about how many months of inventory we have to sell. So it's not a lot, but it's trending.
Yeah, we are moving some, and less coming on the market. Pending listings, So that's total pending listings. That's $207,000. That's down almost 14% month over month. 70 properties total that are pending or under contract, and that includes the new listings, pending listings. That's down 10% month over month. Median days for across all the pending listings is 74, and that's up 80.5%. So it's taking, what that's saying is that it's taking longer to get these properties closed.
Mm-hmm.
And I can attest to that from experience.
Yeah.
Median dollar per square foot is $125 per square foot. That's down a little over 8%. And total volume that's pending or under contract, however you want to look at it, is almost 16.7 million. And that's down 20%, over 20% month over month. Looks like the median living area square footage is up 3.5% at 1795 for the properties under contract. All right, looking at sold listings. Median sold price is $189,000. That's down 15%. Number of properties that sold was 59. That's up almost 16%. The sold to list is 95.85%. That's down almost 1%. Median number of days is 39 for the sold listings in July, and that is up 30% month over month. Median dollar per square foot is 133, and that's down just under 6%. And total volume that sold was a little over $14 million, and that's up almost 18.5%. And then getting back to inventory, we're at 7.6 months supply of inventory, and that's down 4.3% over last month, and it's up 2% over the same time last year. So
Okay.
kind of the tale of two cities. Ultimately, it looks like across the board, less people are listing in July.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we kind of observed that here at Keller Williams. Still, people are still closing, but overall, there's still more inventory for sale in Houma than in Thibodaux.
Right. And Homa's a bigger market than Thibodaux is. But looking at the differences in Houma, it just feels like there's a lot of more lower value houses, which could possibly include camps, that were included in those numbers, because I think it skewed the numbers down a little bit, and I suspect we're going to see that come back up.
That's possible too. Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, like Clint said, that's a tale of two cities, and board wide, and then Houma and Thibodaux. So if you have any questions, you can reach us on our website at realestatepodcast.com. Leave a comment, ask a question, challenge us on something we said, whatever you want to do. If you want to talk about a specific deal you have going on or would like to see go on, you can leave a comment, and we'll contact you however you want to do it. But if you want to talk to somebody, our contact info is on realestatepodcast.com. We're real easy to find online. So call us, and we're happy to talk to you. We laugh about how much we talk on these podcasts. So we obviously like to talk. But I think that's it, Clint. Do you have anything else?
Like, comment, share. Make sure all your friends listen.
There you go.
Or watch.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good day. Thanks, Clint.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Bye-bye.
While we may discuss topics such as lending, interest rates, title law, real estate law, and appraisals in addition to real estate sales and transactions, please remember that we are only trained and licensed as real estate salespeople in Louisiana. The information shared on this podcast is for general purposes only and should not be taken as legal or financial advice. We may be agents, but unless we have signed paperwork stating otherwise, we are not your agents.